Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 99.9 of the Coin Vault has opened. Just not quite ready for the 100th episode here, so I do apologize, but we're calling it 99.9 here. But how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. I did pull out a couple rolls here. Welcome, Logan's Coins. How are you doing tonight? You're here for the mod ship. Here, let me set things up. I'm sorry, I was trying to get ready here, and I was on eBay, and apparently the accept buttons on offers, someone was offering me a ton of offers on eBay, and every time I would hit the accept, it would just cycle back in a loop over and over again. It would just accept, yes, accept, yes, accept, yes. I thought the internet was out for a second. But how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome. Let me make sure I have this on live chat. How are you doing tonight, Logan? So it looks like the first coin we have here is a 1913. Looks like it's got a couple big scratches across it. Otherwise, it's got some fairly good details here. I don't think we are going to be having any... I'm not seeing anything to zoom in here, so we'll just keep going. And I feel like I may have saw some older coins. I just kind of I got the first roll out here, and I kind of popped it, made like 3-4 little steps, because when I do 1 or 2 big ones, it kind of tumbles over as the show goes. But for anyone new to the stream, I used to do a lot of coin roll hunting, used to look through a lot of unsearched wheat cent bags, and these are kind of the coins that I pulled out, thinking that they were better than average coins. That seems to be the case with some, and very not so with others. So there are ones that I thought had errors on them or were just a little bit better condition than others, and so it varied a lot. Some of them have turned out to be cleaned, some are damaged. But this is kind of, I'm taking the time to finally go through everything here. You don't like the 99? Well, we're gonna do, I was gonna do 99.5, but then I thought that if I did 99.9, then you guys would know that tomorrow would really be the 100th episode here. And so tomorrow we will figure out, I wanted to do something fun and special, and I did not have any time to do it, and I was just like, should I just skip the stream tonight? I want to do something special for the 100th episode, and so I just decided to just do 99.9 here. We can do 100, we can do something special tomorrow on the regularly scheduled stream, and that way we can do it both. I see a little thing in front of the eye there. It kind of like glints, kind of like it's like a scratch or something to me. I don't think it's a double die inside there. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna err on that it's not. We'll keep on moving here. But how's your night going, Logan? What have you been up to? How's your stream? Did you make any videos tonight? It looked like I saw that Tyler got to 1,000 subscribers and was maybe having like a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. That's pretty exciting. He worked pretty hard. I'm proud of him for that. We'll see what Lincoln's eye looks like here if we can. Whoops. Just went all the way through the body there. Okay, yeah, we've got some crud in his eyeball there. That's not going to work very well. So right before the stream started here, it seemed like outside was just thick with smoke. I was meaning to check the news. I know California is starting to have a lot of fires already here, but it looks like possibly it is a heavy fire season here. 9/10 of an episode. how often do people have a a point .9, a 99.9 show? I mean, I guess tomorrow we could have like 0.99 or 99.99. We could milk it, but why milk it? We'll be there soon enough. So I'm starting a little bit early tonight too, as you guys probably can tell. I was just barely. I feel like the last time I tried to bump up the show an hour, I ended up having to push it back to the normal time at 9. But I wanted to try to go a little bit earlier, and that way if we were having fun, we could keep going late, and if I was tired or if everyone else was tired, we could take it easy and turn in early. I figure we can get our coins and our sleep at the same time. Remind me in a minute, I just want to see it, like eBay was acting funny, like people were sending me a ton of offers and I was trying to accept the offers and it literally would not let me accept the offers. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like it. Very, very interesting. Maybe the eBay server went down for a minute, I'm not sure. The spiked head die crack got us looking for double dies. Let me straighten this out. But I might need to straighten out the camera as well. It's kind of an interesting little bump. I'm not sure if that's a scratch. Like way out here, like in the center of the screen right now. There's something out there, but I think there's a little scratch above it. I was thinking maybe it had something to do with a double eyelid, but I don't think so. There looks like there's some things above it as well. And for those of you guys who are joining here as well, there are 3 giveaways in the description below the video. I think the next one ends on the 20th. There might be one that ends sooner. And I'm going to start another giveaway tomorrow. And so do stay tuned. Oh, we've got a memorial that snuck in here. I'm cool with that if you guys are, but don't expect to see more. I mean, there may be one, there may be another. Usually it's just one that makes it in here. And they're usually in a little bit better condition than the average one I would find. Or maybe I thought there was something going on. I don't think I've done any roll searching really for business strike 59s. Well, let me straighten out. When I make my videos, I turn my camera on an angle for the slabs to look through. And then I find it hard to do, so I just moved it back. And I think we will be able to look at the coins here easier. As I go all the way past Lincoln. Where'd he go? Okay, now I'm totally lost. Hilarious. Alright, we're back to where we should be. So yeah, there's 3 open giveaways at the moment. Tomorrow there'll be a 4th. We may do something special for the show tomorrow as well. We will see. I've definitely been going through a bunch of ideas of how to do something fun for the show tomorrow night. And also congratulations to Blue Sandy. She found her 3rd scavenger hunt. So just this week she's claimed scavenger hunt number 6, number 8, and number 11. So congratulations, Blue Sandy. I will add number 8 to the pool, which I think actually might have been a PayPal prize. And so let me know. I can either pay you with PayPal or I can send some cash or some coins in that, whatever you want. If you want PayPal, I can absolutely do that. It's quick and easy for me. "30 seconds to figure out how I changed my logo today or make me a mod." Do you have like $100 bet with somebody that you will be the mod first on here. This 1918S looks pretty nice. There, I don't know if it's pitting or just like all the little marks there. But the coin itself looks pretty nice. We can take a look at the reverse and see if it has any lines in the wheat arrows left. No, kind of smooth. A little bit of pitting. Almost look like the tips of like a nail or something, but hard to believe it's a nail with how minor the damage is. I'm going to give this one a flip. Just something about it I like. Probably, definitely not worth getting it graded. Now I got my stapler ready for more. Yeah, it seems like there are quite a bit of older coins in this lot. Here we have a 1913D. I'm guessing there's a scratch on that R. It definitely looked kind of doubled there. Scratch on the reverse, pretty smooth. But a nice readable date, which is better than we get on a lot of older coins. Oh yeah, that's a scratch. Looks like another 1913D. This one appears like it's been cleaned. It's like you can almost see like the lines from whatever was cleaning it. It kind of left like abrasive marks. Give me 1 second, everybody. I just want to see if eBay has resolved its problem here. Accept, accept, accept. Try one more time. Huh. Alright. Well, I tried to accept this. I got an idea. I will counter offer for 1 cent left. Really? Alright, eBay's messed up. If I make a counter offer on this, instead of it reviewing offer, it just goes right back to accept offer. That's hilarious. I'm not sure if I don't even know what to think about that. It's like if I hit accept offer, it just loops back to accept offer. And if I do counter offer, like I was trying to counter offer the person like a penny less, and then if they wanted the coin, they could accept it, which I assume they did because they made an offer to me. Very, very odd. A little bit better looking 1918p. We got a lamination error here. There's definitely some kind of like very improper metal alloys going on with this 1918S. It's kind of pretty too. I like the cracks going down through Lincoln's coat on the back of his head. Ooh, nice wood grain kind of pattern on the reverse. Pretty smooth, but I'll put this one in a flip. I like it. So that one had a lamination, and it looked like it had kind of a wood grain, at least an improper metal alloy. This one looks kind of, the rim just pops out the top. That's probably just slightly off center. I wonder if it's completely round. It's a nice looking coin. 1918S. We're having a little bit of luck here with the earlier coins, which is nice. Normally, all of the earlier coins are totally wasted. You're the only one in chat. I won't tell anyone if you don't tell anyone. This one's got pretty nice wheat ears on the reverse here. It's a little bit more worn on the front, but you know, there's like a little mark. It almost looks like it came, you know, like from a crayon or something here. I'll put it in a flip as well. Wondering if like I had like a really nice roll of 1918 S's. Huh. Yeah, we're definitely on a 1918S streak here. This one looks like it's had a bit of cleaning. It's too bad. Interesting, yeah. A lot of 1918S's. I mean, I feel like for the most part we have mostly had teens in this roll. I feel like there was like a 1952P, a 1947P. A little bit of cleaning on this one. $1918S again. I don't know, what do you think? Like the brighter areas here, some cleaning. I mean, there's definitely wear to the wheat lines here. I feel like it's a really decent looking coin. And it's not mint state, it's not AU. Maybe I'll put some of these up for sale on my new eBay store that I put up. That will be interesting. I had my first sale on it, and I'm thinking I am probably, I don't know, I think I'm going to go with the next level up on my main eBay account, but then I think that I'm going to start up about 5 or 6 different satellite stores. So it should be very interesting. Yeah, definitely looks like we have quite a few 1918S's here. Little mark on this one. Otherwise it's got really nice details, really nice smooth fields. I wonder how much, oh, there's a couple little scratches on this one too. I feel like it's a really nice coin, but like I feel like the value is pretty destroyed by, like that one would look really nice in an album, because you wouldn't see the back. And I feel like the one little mark there, it was forgivable for the fact that you could see pretty much all the details on the coin. Some pretty nice details on this one. I almost feel like I should have just not flipped any of these. I guess I wasn't expecting to get so many of the same date and mint here. But I could have just made a solid date roll out of these. And I guess we did find a lamination error in here. This one looks cool. I like the texture on it. Looks like the rim has been struck. It's kind of wood grainy but not quite. It's like sometimes I'm wondering if like if this is a product of being cleaned, or if this is the actual metal, if that's what it actually looks like here. I'm going to pull from one of these other stacks and see. Okay, so they're not all 1918S's here. But we have a pretty nice looking 20S. We've got some fairly good details on the reverse. A couple little marks on the coin. Looks like kind of some surface marks where perhaps it had some friction on something else. Here we have another 1920S and kind of like the same kind of marks. It's almost like well, I guess, these I pulled out of, most of the coins I found were from like 5,000 count bags of unsearched wheat cents. And so I feel like all these little marks you see is like the result of the coins being in like a big bag and kind of having friction across them. But in some ways it's kind of sad. They're not super deep, and I don't know if it's possible to like restore. I don't know if it's just kind of like the surface grime has been taken off of the coin, but probably if they were cleaned up, which I don't ever recommend cleaning coins, the detail would probably come off with it. Alright, so we got through that curiosity there. So here we have another 1918S. I feel like most of these are in better condition. Like it was definitely, I bought a lot of coins in the teens, and these ones are definitely quite a bit better. Hey Cherazada Zapata, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. How was your night? How are you today? Pretty nice details on the reverse here. Flip it over here again. It's like I feel like most of these are way better than most wheat pennies from the teens that I see. It makes me want to flip them all, but then I'm gonna not have any flips left. This one's got an interesting back. I don't know if it is a weak strike here. I think the texture on this one is just really interesting. So this whole roll, Zapata, has been pretty much all teens. I think there was a couple 20s and like a 54 and a 47. Then we've got about 2 more rolls here. This is glue. I think I may need to zoom in here. Yeah, that looks like glue to me, or at least some substance. I'm trying to read your text here, Sabata. Just give me a minute. I understand most of it, but I'm just trying to put things together in my head. This 1918D looks pretty nice here. I almost understand. I'm sorry. This 1918D looks really nice though. But I'm doing very, very well here. Had a really good day. This one does have really nice detail on it. Here, let me zoom in on the mint mark here first. We are waiting for your comment at the level of Latin countries. It's a kind of cool looking mint mark here. Many, many blessings to all the Latin countries. Many blessings to the world right now, my goodness. But thank you so much for watching from Chile. Thank you, Logan. It sounds like you're able to translate a little bit better than I am. So I appreciate that. We shall check out another one here. The 1920S. It's interesting, like all these 20S's, they all have like this heavy, you know, they have, the coins themselves have this dull, dusty look. And then there's like the scratches make them all bright. But to me, what it's not, no, I was gonna say, it looked like this is mostly like a roll of 18S and 20S. But then we have a couple other coins randomly in here too. It's interesting to see such a like bright, happy looking coin after looking at the older ones. Pretty nice condition here. And we can actually zoom in here to see if there's anything on the eye or the mint mark. Hello, Blue Sandy. Welcome. How are you doing tonight? And congrats again. Confirm that you won another scavenger hunt. So congratulations on winning number 6 and number 8 and number 11. I wish I could copy paste. Like normally when I'm on other people's streams, I have the time and ability to be able to copy paste, and then it's like I learn a little bit every time because then I recognize the different words, and I will have to, I'm sorry, Cherazada Zapata, I am not fluent. Most of the words I recognize, I just, like my head, I think possibly it's because I'm trying to like look at the coins and talk and stuff at the same time, but I feel like I'm having trouble connecting everything. Hello, Les Likes Coins, welcome to the channel. Hope your night is going well. How are you? And Blue Sandy, if I forgot to also say how are you? How are you? And congratulations again. good to hear. Hey, Les likes coins. I had a question. You're not in the U.S., and I've been trying to ask somebody who does not live in the U.S., and I guess Charazada, you could answer this question too. So like, I opened up my items in my eBay store to like the global shipping program, and when I go on, say, if I go to like the UK eBay, it shows all my items it shows them all there, and it shows that I can check out, but I obviously can't check out. And so like I added like international options, other shipping options today. But like I'm trying to find somebody who can like, just check from their country and see if like international shipping is even still working. I set things up like a couple months ago, and it's never had an international sale. Not an urgent thing. Just I figured anytime I saw someone from another country, I could ask them. Do you have work today? I think you said you had yesterday off. And how was your day, Blue Sandy? Did you do anything fun today? Did you work today? Were you able to relax? It's seeming like there is smoke here, and I'm hoping that like somebody was just having a silly barbecue or something like that, because it was really, really, really smoky. I had to shut the window. Yeah, some interesting 1920S's. I don't know if these have been cleaned or what, just how dull they are. It's like they got pulled out of the desert or something, that they were just like in sand for a long time. Nothing going on today. Oh, cool. So you can drop emails. I was not aware that you could drop emails in the chat. I'm glad that maybe that's new, but I'm glad that YouTube will let people exchange emails, because I feel like a couple people were trying, and it was like people were having to get creative, and it was just making it way harder than it had to be. Yeah, I know that there's a couple fires. I mean, it's normally come fire season, like pretty much gets smoked out up here. Just everyone has to kind of stay inside. I think like about 40 miles east, I feel like they were having a lot of fires, and I feel like it was like, I feel like that like the different conditions were like unhealthy air level, really unhealthy air level. Your PayPal's broken. I'm sorry to hear that Les likes coins. Yeah, I feel like my eBay account is broken right now too. Like, somebody put a bunch of offers, and so before the stream I was hitting accept, and it would go back to accept offer, and I'd hit accept, and it would go back to accept offer, and it would just keep doing that. And then I was like, okay, I'll try counter offering, and maybe it'll let me do that. And so I hit counter offer, and it goes to accept offer. And then I'm just like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. So the person's probably like, why won't he accept my offer? And like, why doesn't he make a counter offer? Speaking of, let me just go back and check to see if that fixed. Accept offer. Accept offer. Accept offer. Accept offer. My goodness. eBay's having one of those days. It's like everywhere it's like respond offer. Respond offer. You have an offer. Did you forget you had an offer? Go check. Michael E. Fine says to keep bothering you until I make me one. Are you a mod for Michael E. Fines too? Take a look at this S here. It's kind of an interesting one, like, you know, like the date. Well, I guess the date's a little bit faded. It's like kind of like a weak S. Move my microscope a little bit. What did he say? Did you ask to be his mod, or do you not want to be his mod? Hey Pedro Cortez, welcome. I got your question earlier that you sent, and I've had a long day. I believe I did answer it, but if there are specific ones you're wondering about, if you make a video of it, I can try to take a look at them. Sometimes it's hard, you know, you can say a date and a mint, but it's kind of hard for me to tell you what they're worth unless I see them. If taking photos is easier, you can follow the link to my Facebook account below the video, and it should allow you to send photos there. And I know who you are, so I get a lot of people just randomly saying like, hey, check out this coin, check out this coin, and so I can't possibly message everyone back. Maybe I should just, you know, make a day every week where I do just that and just like answer random messages. But a lot of it is like, hey, I found this, you know, totally beat up modern coin. Is it worth anything? And it's like, no, I really don't think it is. It's hard to see. The photos are from like 3 feet away, and I can tell it's a dime, but I really don't know too much about dimes. So this is a 25D here. If you have like specific coins, and you know they're ones that you just found randomly, Pedro, the best thing that I would recommend, this isn't a great example since we can barely see it, but I believe this is a 1925S. It might be a 1925D. Why don't we go with another coin for an example here? Alright, so this one is a 1954P. If there's no mint mark, that means it's from the Philadelphia Mint, so they call them 1955Ps. And so if you have US currency, if you take the date and the mint mark, and then the kind of coin, you know, this is a Lincoln wheat cent, and you go to eBay, you can type that into the chat, or into the search function there on eBay, and then you go like lowest to highest, and then you can kind of see the lowest someone is selling that coin for and kind of what the condition is. An even better way to do it is to then go to the sold listings, and then you'll see basically the cheapest coins that sold like the coin that you have. Oftentimes if things sell for about $1 to $1.50, they don't have much value. But you know, you can sell a coin that is basically only worth its face value sometimes on eBay if you're the only one that has it, or you're just the best possible price. You tried to find an article, Blue Sandy, but you couldn't find it. Did you find a good article today? The scratch almost makes Lincoln look like he's got like a hummingbird beak. Not very rare though, unless I guess you could probably make your own. And then what's this on the reverse? Is this? I just want to get a little closer on that C. I'm guessing that is some sort of damage as well. It just looks kind of interesting. But the fact that it goes right into the rim the way it does, I think that it's damaged as well. Oh, for the fire? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, I think around Hoopa, I believe that is where I was reading about the air quality issues. And I can't remember what the name of the fire is. For all I know that there's a brand new one. It is definitely, I think this weekend is supposed to be super hot, super dry, super beautiful. Just want to see, I found some like just really cool looking patterns on the rims here sometimes. This kind of pattern I like to call basically this like a dragon scale, just because it reminds me of um, just kind of like little scales. I had found one that looked even cooler than this, and I believe Chuck said that I messaged him a photo of it, um, but he said that it's just like a really, really worn die. It's like you can kind of see up here how it kind of looks like scales, like a fish or a snake, or I call it a dragon scale because it's money, it's treasure. I really like these. Let's check out his eye. You have old 1980s uncirculated with all the marks. They can think of very good quality. Yeah, the I hadn't seen any smoke before. I couldn't really see it, but it was heavy and like you could smell like all the different things burning, which is, it's kind of getting closer, or at least, I guess it depends. I'm more coastal here, so generally it's about as good. If I was in a valley, it would be really, really, really bad. I lived in inland in Willow Creek, below Hoopa, and the first year that I moved up there, when I bought my property up there, I could not even see the mountains. And so I didn't even know that like on the mountain there that I was on, that there was like this beautiful mountain view because I couldn't see past the treetops. And one summer there, it was all smoke. I can feel the smoke in my lungs. Not hot. Yep. Hmm. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there are some 1980s which are better. Like I feel like 1981 and 1982 and 1983. I feel like are some of the better years in the 80s for a like Lincoln Memorial sense. You have a couple. The 1982 bronzes, if they're in really, really good condition, they can be worth quite a bit. Like an MS-67, 1981 is worth some good money. This one's got a little bit of toning on it. I think it's just the front here, or I'm sorry, just the reverse. The front is more of kind of a red brown. I don't know too much about 1982 or 1980s nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars. I've actually been buying a little bit of them. There's one seller on eBay who seems to be getting a lot of 1982s and threes graded, and so I've been buying some up just to have a couple examples of each one. But like those are like mostly like MS-66, like coins are graded on a scale between 1 and 70, and so for most modern stuff I generally try to buy about MS-66 or higher. Past the 80s I'm usually trying to buy like MS-67 or higher. I kind of like the colors on the back. It's like hard, like I don't know what the history with a bunch of these coins is. I know that they've been sitting in the vault for like 15-20 years, and that's about what I know of them. It looks like the top coin, which is probably going to be the last coin we see because I dump them into piles upside down. It looked like it was a teen. but it looks like we are teens through 50s in this roll. Yeah, the fires definitely get pretty bad here. I'll give you guys all the warning, like, it's possible, like, I could, like, disappear for the entire summer. I'm not planning on it. But last year, for anyone who knows what went on in California last year, pretty much the power company, called PG&E, they didn't do any maintenance to any of the lines or the, like, trees around them. This one almost looks like it has something there, like pretty much in the middle of the screen. Like, we're looking for a doubled eyelids in these. I don't think it's one, but there definitely was something there, a little bit of raisedness. But yeah, PG&E didn't do anything with their lines, and so they were just like, it's not safe for us to operate, so we're just going to turn everyone's power off. And so they did that, and then when they said that it was safe, they turned it back on, but then they had to go back and check every line. And so we had power out here for weeks, like in the summer. Like, my entire life I've never seen anything like it. And and now we have, like, a pandemic, never seen anything like it. And so I'm kind of afraid we're going to have power turned off on everybody and a pandemic, and then just, like, all these fires everywhere. It's going to be gnarly. At least we got more rain. It was seeming like it wasn't going to rain anymore. I was afraid there were going to be just, like, kind of like droughts, and we were going to have just, like, kind of one awful thing happen after another. But welcome to the stream, everyone. Anyone who wanted to join the giveaways, there are 3 giveaways in the description below the video. There's a couple days until the next one ends, but we will be adding a new one tomorrow. And I believe tomorrow I'll be ready to hopefully do a live giveaway on the show. I was wanting to do it for the 100th episode, and that's why this episode is 99.9, because I didn't have quite enough time to put into setting everything up, but I wanted it to be fun. So I'm going to try to spend some time tomorrow to try to figure out how to do just that. And we will celebrate episode 100. I think that one is machine damage. Yeah, if we look up at the 9 here, you can see some clear of the 1. But it kind of looks doubled there on the S, but then when you go and look at everything else, it's like, nope. Huh. That one kind of looks like there is something in front of the eye, right below the eyelid. And it looks like it has some depth, and it does not look like it's a scratched. Whether it's because there's machine damage here, but I'd almost say that this one is a doubled eyelid. It's a double die. See if we can see it. Good question. So for any of you guys who didn't know, we just became a YouTube partner this week. And so yeah, we're kind of exploring and navigating that. So I believe, Blue Sandy, I will find out about the earnings in 5 minutes. It seems like, oh, no, maybe we already got it. Let's check this out. So it looks like yesterday, Accredited Coins was awesome and gave a bunch of super chats, and so those kind of gave us some, we had out of $10 super chat, we got $7.89 plus whatever I got from advertisements. But for the entire day yesterday, without super chats, we got 73 cents. So if that gives you guys an idea of how much money you guys can make with 1,300 subscribers on YouTube with 5,000 videos, it looks like I'm making about 73 cents a day. And Blue Sandy, I know you we're obviously watching a bunch of videos because you you found one of the scavenger hunt prizes. So it's also thank you. um, it's I got paid 73 cents, but I'm going to send you a lot more than 73 cents as a thank you. So I appreciate you watching, and congratulations again on finding the scavenger hunts there. So I'm going to write that one down just so I do not forget what it is, because I think that one what didn't go up? Well, I think the day before I made more because Accredited Coins was really awesome, and he gave me a super chat the first day, and then he gave me 2 super chats the second day, and so that kind of pushed up the earnings on it. I believe it looked like out of $5, YouTube pretty much takes $1.50 out of a $5 super chat. And so it's like I feel like the first day it was like made like 13 cents. I would say yes, I made more yesterday from ads than I did the previous days. So it's very interesting. It's like I think that I said something like, when I get become a YouTube partner, I will probably make about 17 cents a day. And I think that's probably going to be the reality of it. But we'll see. We'll keep on trying here. I enjoy making the videos, and so that's also part of it. It's like I feel like if I just keep doing what I enjoy, I will have more videos out there. Maybe tomorrow I will make 18 cents. Maybe the day after that I'll make 19 cents. Only way to find out is to keep making videos. And I guess I would say if I did not enjoy making these videos, this would probably be the time to say, okay, it's time to do something else. But yeah, it would be interesting. It's like when people have streams and they're like, if 100 people come to the stream, we'll give out a prize or something like that. It's like I wonder if statistically, if you have like 100 people watching, for like a half an hour or an hour while things build up, if it's possible to essentially be able to pay for whatever prize you're giving out, and then give everybody something to do, something to watch while that happens. I mean, I like going to other streams and watching people win money. It would be fun to be able to give that out too. We'll just have to keep going here, keep building things up. I'll try to find some better coins for you guys to look at. These ones here have pretty much all been random because I'm opening up random rolls I put away 15-20 years ago. And if I was able to, if I knew what was going to be in a roll, I could advertise it as like today we're going to be looking at this, but it's kind of like a mystery to me. But I guess it's the same thing too, though, when someone's looking through a bank box. You don't know what they're going to find when somebody is looking through rolls they bought off eBay. You don't know what they're going to find, and I think that's part of the fun of it, is you don't. In some ways it's like I can say like we're not going to find a 1909 SVDB in here because I don't ever remember finding a 1909 SVDB. And I don't mean to like, buzz kill the show. At one point we should find an entire roll of 1909 VDBs, just not 1909 SVDBs. Looks like maybe another 1939S. It's interesting too, the first roll we looked at was like all 1918 S's and 20 S's with a couple other coins in between. And I feel like almost none of the rolls we've looked at in this show have been nearly a solid date roll, especially not teens or 20s. This one have, I feel like we find a lot of 1930, 39 S's with like damage on them or like machine doubling. That one didn't, but I feel like we have found a lot like that. Keep putting them away, like being like, awesome, I'm gonna be rich someday. I found a bunch of double dies. And then it's like I open them up and I'm like, oh, yeah, not today. I think this one has a mint mark. We'll just stay up close and then we can zoom back out. I don't think that's anything in the eye. I think it was just a little bit of discoloration. I wish my microscope had just a little bit more depth so that I could really see what was going on inside those. I'm curious as well when eBay is going to fix things here. Because I have these offers that people are trying to buy stuff, and I don't know if it's everybody on eBay or what is going on. But what a night to like have the accept offers not work. And maybe there's a problem with the listing. I guess I didn't see where the person was from. Maybe there was a problem with the country. Sometimes I don't look to see where people are doing offers from, and it's an offer at somewhere that I can't accept or something. But I did try to open things up to a bunch of different countries tonight, and so that might be it right there. Let me look at that. See what country these offers are coming from. Oh, it's not going to show me. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, normally it'll tell me like a zip code or a state. Thank you. Maybe try a eBay app. See if that works. Everything up there looks super flat. I kind of want to take a look at those, even though flat is not what we're looking for. Just wanted to see if something. No, just looks like damage. Let's zoom in on the eye. And we can go check out the mint mark. Yeah, I feel like all that smoke is making me feel pretty mellow tonight. All those farms on fire. No, I think that's just a beat up mint mark, except for what I do find interesting, if you look like right underneath the mint mark, there's kind of like that little raised section. There's also a little chunk taken out there that's about the size of the raised section. I need a new tube. Alright, we're back in business. Zoom in on the mint marks here. Don't see anything there. Check out the eye. It's like I'm still new to the eyes here. Like there does look like there's kind of like little bumpy things in there, but I see little bumpy things over there too. So I don't feel like it has anything to do with the eyelid, because the eyelid's not going to be splattered all over the place. At least that's how I figure. Some nice details on here. Looks like filled 9 on the 1952S here. Not an error up in itself. We can keep looking here though. The wheat ears down here look a little interesting, but I think there is just a little bit of damage. Can zoom in on the mint mark. Nothing to see there. Be nice to find an RPM. We haven't found it. We haven't found one tonight. Almost looks like something's sticking out inside the eye. It's too hard to see. I feel like there's a little bit of damage around the eye too. I'm gonna pass on that one. It's hard because there's like so many different double dyes that it just makes it really, really hard to say yes or no with some of them. And the fact that I'm learning how to spot them, so I want to be conservative. I don't want to be like, we found another one, everyone, and another one, what a night, and get you guys all super excited, even though that would sound fun. Yeah, what is going on there? We'll zoom in back up there. Pretty coin everywhere else. Some nice luster. It's like, is this glue? Is this natural? The one that I use, Pedro, is a Dino Light. And I believe there are many that you can choose from. The one that I have cost me about $120 about 10 years ago. I thought that the brand would be cheaper nowadays. I think that is just like wax. I don't think that's copper buildup. It looked kind of semi-transparent. But I feel like the Dino Lights still seemed like they were about 120 bucks. But I do believe there are cheaper microscopes. I just don't have any experience with them. One thing, if you're wanting to take photos and stuff, I recommend finding one where you can turn on and off the LED. While having the LED lights on here for the show allows me to like go up close like this. If you're trying to take photos of coins and you have the LEDs on, they can really interfere with the photos. Like especially if there's plastic on the coin, or like it's in a PCGS slab. Like here, I have some nickels right here, but it's like you can see the LED lights. There's 8 of them here, and that's what you deal with when you're trying to take photos. And so the Dino Lights, I like them because there's you can turn them on and off. If you just need to like see a coin like 10x or just closer, you can just buy a simple loop. Like you can probably buy one on a coin supply website for just a few dollars. I feel like on another channel I saw someone, a lot of the new phones these days, you can take a photo, a really nice high grade photo of a coin, and then you can just zoom in on that like 5-10 megapixel camera, and you can crop it, and you've got like a really nice up close photo. I did see things that I've never used them, but I've seen other channels where they have just like a little lens that you put over the camera, and then you're able to take really nice up close photos of coins. I feel like they're not as good, But as technology gets better, I think that it'll become easier to find. Looks like this one's just kind of like falling off the edge of the rim. Maybe ever so slightly off center. Well, this side is definitely thicker, and then this one, the rim almost disappears. I feel like a coin has to be fairly off center before like serious collectors really kind of, you know, consider it valuable. I feel like my nose is getting all stuffy, and I feel like I can feel the smokes. Is this an RPM? Kind of looks like one. I mean, the top definitely. I would have to. This is a 53. I feel like I've seen this one before, but I don't think I've found this one before. And I feel like this one confuses me because the line goes straight down. But I believe it's like, instead of like I feel like we have a notch at the top of the serif. Let's see if there's like heavy machine damage here. But I believe that this one is an RPM. And I could probably like jump over the copper coins for a second and verify, and we could see which one it is, because I don't think I found a couple of these that looked similar to that, but not quite as strong. Why don't I know that you guys won't be able to see. Here, I'll give you guys another up close. We'll take another look at it here. And then I will jump over there. So it's basically, there's like kind of like a notch up at the top right northeast corner of the S. I feel like the bottom isn't as strong. But I'll just go pop over there for 1 second, and if I'm right, I can tell you which variety it is. I keep meaning to ask Chuck if it's okay if I show you guys his site live. I just don't want to, you know, it's his. He put a lot of time into this, and I don't think that it's fair for me to use his things if it's not. But I almost feel like he updated. There's like quite a few that kind of look like it. Oh wow, there's like 4 pages. Yeah, I think he's got some new ones up here. It kind of looks like a 013. Oh wow, there's actually quite a few that it looks like. Okay, so I think this is an RPM. It's just the question of which one is it? Kind of looks like a 026, but not strong enough. Alright, almost done. I will be back in a flash. Okay, so let me take another look at it. See if there's any. It's like I feel like there was a little bit of doubling on the bottom. Nice, the whole front on the 2017 dime. That sounds pretty sweet. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you. I know pretty much nothing about dimes. It's like I feel like the first quarter that I took a look at, I was like, oh wow, this is doubled, and I still don't know if it is anything or if that's just the way that quarters machine damage. I would want to say it is more likely, Pedro, that the 2017D, that it's machine damage. But I don't want to tell you that that it's machine damage and not a double die. But I think that by the time 2017, there's a year where they changed how coins are made, and it basically becomes very hard for the traditional double dies to happen again. But you know, it's weird. It's like there shouldn't be double dies anymore, yet it still happens, which is just kind of funny. This one's kind of interesting. Like, I mean, it almost looks like there's a bunch of damage on the eye itself, like it's been cleaved. But there does kind of look like there's something like hanging out down there. I don't, maybe I'll put this one aside. And it just looked like there was a couple things down there. Maybe I can ask, um, is that Spiked Head Die Crack? I can ask him next time. Next time I see him, or maybe Paul Hampton if he stops by. But yeah, if you're looking for a nice microscope, probably a place like eBay, you know, like type in like digital microscope. I believe, see, it's like, I believe you can get like a decent one for like 20-30 bucks. Definitely for $100 you can get a decent one. Like this one here is like 10 years old and was $100, 120 then. So it's like that's, you know, I think back then I could have gotten one that was like, you know, made by the same company that cost $1,000. Like they definitely get better. I think a lot of those are used for like medical and dental. Alright, so this one, you know, this is probably machine damage here, but it's like we don't even have to zoom in. But it's like when we get up close, you know, we can see that nothing is raised, everything is, you know, just kind of like flattened and sunk in, while if this was a double die, everything would be, you know, the same level. It still looks really cool. I really love these, but it's, you know, it's damage on the coin. When the coin was made, it was damaged. And it's sad. I think that they're beautiful. I think that they're awesome. They're just not worth anything. So here we have a 1919. So it looks like maybe this was, I feel like when I opened the roll here, it seemed like it was that there was a teen on the bottom of it. So I feel like the first coin we saw was a teen and the second was a 50. I feel like we've definitely seen more teens tonight, more teens and 20s than we normally do, which was nice. I'm hoping that we'll hit like a nice big group of teens and 20s consistently here. But there's just no way to know until we look. So I think this one has some machine damage as well. Maybe it's just damage. That looks like pretty much all the digits on the coin were hit with something. Don't see anything on the eye, so we'll keep on moving. Looks like we have a 1916. Possibly a little bit better condition here. $19.18. What to do with all of these early coins. You know, it's nice when you find one that's in really good condition and has really nice example on it, or really nice details. And you know, these are nice because they're not like completely damaged. They're not completely worn till you can't even tell what the date is. But they're, you know, you can still find coins in the teens that are mint state. You know, they're starting to get more pricey here, but they definitely are out there and possible to find. What's going on up there? Is it just me, or is up above Liberty, does that look like it's like coming up out of the coin? Take a look at the reverse. Kind of looks like a die crack over on the side here, or like a lamination peel. At least we found something here. I want to see what this looks like up close. If it's just some kind of like scratches. I mean, it looks like it was higher. Maybe it's just gouges. But the reverse did look like it had a die crack. The Lincoln cents from 74 and this 1960s uncirculated. Is it better to get it graded, or are they easy to sell without getting graded? I would say for a 74 and a 60, if they're really, really, really nice, you're probably not going to be able to get more than $1 or $2 ungraded. And then for like a 74, I feel like a 74 mint state 66, it would cost you more to get the coin graded at a MS66 than it would be worth, and that's if it's an MS66. Like that's, you know, like the, like here I can show you, or hold on, let me just write this one down. I can show you what a 66 looks like. I'm pretty sure I have one here. And so and granted, coins are all different, but here's a MS66. Let me turn off the light here. I feel like it will. So here's a 1966. You know, there's a couple issues I feel like on the reverse of this one. But as you can see, you know, there's no large scratches. Like there might be a little tiny dink on the coin here or there, but like nothing major. I'd say that the worst thing that this coin has is like just kind of like a couple little darker spots. It's a really, you know, just pretty much uninterrupted mint luster all the way across the coin. So that's a 66. And here's a 65. And so a 65, you're going to have, you know, a couple little small, you know, areas. You know, it looks like there's a couple on Lincoln's head up here. You're going to have a couple of those across the coin, but for the most part, you're going to have uninterrupted luster. You know, maybe there's a little spot on the coin somewhere. But not quite as nice as the MS66. Like I feel like you can have like a pretty good sized spot, not like huge and dark and crusty, but you can have a spot on one of these. I feel like I had a 64 here too. Where'd it go? Am I imagining it? Okay, there it is, I think. No. Alright, well I can go the other direction. Here is an MS67, and so it's like you have like just, really nice luster. This is a little bit different though because, now we've gone into copper covered zinc. You'll notice with the copper covered zinc, where everything was flat, the fields kind of have a bumpy texture to them here. And so it's like, even this coin, MS67, I feel like PCGS grades or values this, this is probably the lowest valued MS67 there is. One of the reasons for it, I believe, this is like 10 to 12 bucks in MS67, and it probably cost about $16 to get it graded. One of the reasons why this one is as cheap as it is, I think, is simply because there is a 1995 double die, and so I think people have sent a lot of coin, or I think people have looked through a lot of uncirculated 1995 Ps trying to find the double dies, but while looking for double dies, they're seeing lots and lots of beautiful uncirculated 1995 Ps. And so I think that while they're searching for the double dies, they pulled out all these nice high-grade examples, saved them, got them graded, and the more coins that get graded at a really high price, or the more coins that get graded at a really high grade, it kind of lowers the price. Like, if you have like one MS67 for a year, it's going to be worth a lot of money. If you have 1,000 coins graded at MS67 for that year, all of a sudden every time someone gets one graded at that level, the price goes down. Because, with coin collecting, people want to have the best of the best. And so it really is a tricky thing, like where, some people will say like statistically, like coin values are going down every year. And one of the things that happens, oh, there's the 64, it was in my lap, hilarious. All right, here, we'll go to the 64. So one of the things that happens anyway with coin collecting is that people get the coins, and this one maybe isn't the best example because I feel like it's got a big fingerprint, but people, where was I going with that? Well, people say that like the values of coins are going down, but what's also happening is when PCGS first started grading, registry coins, the first coins to come in, those were like the top pops. If you had a registry set for PCGS, you would want, all PCGS registered coins so that you could have the best known collection. And so, hold on one second. So this one has some scrapes across him. There's a fingerprint on it. Maybe this coin would have been a 65 without the fingerprint. And there's also kind of some spots and stuff on the coin. So it's like, nothing major wrong with the coin physically. However, there's some things that, this coin didn't have the eye appeal that a 65 would have. Or it just had, and it had one too many little dings here. So back to coins kind of going down in value. When PCGS first starts registry sets, there's only so many coins that are at MS67, and then someone gets another one graded, and the amount of coins, like when someone's first creating their registry, and there's only like one of the best coins, then that's the top coin. That coin will, whoever owns that coin will get extra points in their set, and it'll make their set better than everyone else's. But then when there's 2 or 3 or 4, all of a sudden it's not as rare. Like before it was like the only one known. And so like as time goes on, more and more coins in the top population, there's only 10 graded of this. Okay, well then someone finds 10 more somehow, somewhere. Someone was holding on to these beautiful coins. And so the numbers of the populations keep going up. At the same time, some of the coins get destroyed in fires or floods or just lost or stolen. But it's just interesting. So it's like when you have one of something, it's really rare, but then you have like all of a sudden 100 of it, and obviously the price is going to go down because there's more places. And at first there's only one place to buy. And this basically happens like every year when they release new coins. Like it pretty much works with any coin there is. At the beginning of the year, all the 2020, we'll use this year as an example, all the 2020 coins this year in high grade are going to be worth a lot of money. Collectors compete to be able to, buy the first ones to put in their sets so that they can, check off that check off that list and be like, okay, I got my pennies for the year. I got my nickel, I got my dime, and so they buy into the hype, every year, every coin, there's always like a story, like, this is going to be a rare year, or like, this is why you should collect this. Like, if the mint doesn't do it, the collectible, the coin industry, the hobby generates a buzz about different coins. Like last fall, it was like American Silver Eagle reverse proofs, which I think will be worth a lot of money because only like 30,000 of them or something like that. That's not a lot of them. But at the same time, a lot of coins, when they first come out, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that when coins first come out, there's a lot of demand. That demand drives up price. And so it's like any modern coin, I would recommend not buy until about 2 to 4 years after it's released. In my opinion, you can buy the same coin that you would have gotten it, but get it at like a quarter of the price. And also what usually happens when new coins come out, they go up really high and then they go down. So if you buy it, you're in a place where you're losing your investment. And then if you wait 2 to 4 years, then it's already come down in price, and then a lot of things will start to slowly tick up in price. They'll slowly go up. But if you don't buy in the beginning, you don't pay overpriced, and then, you're not just sitting on loss. You don't have to wait a lifetime for it to come back up to what you paid, because I feel like that's what happens with a lot of coins is, the price that they first come out at, that's going to be like the highest the coin ever achieves in its lifetime. Not for like, 100 years are they going to go up higher than that. And there will be some coins that will, I don't know, like there will be some, like dates or mints or something that will defy that, but like 99 out of 100 times, I would say every coin, when it first comes out, that's going to be when it's worth the most. Some coins, like they probably come out and they get minted, they get graded, people collect them, they search, and a couple of good examples will come out. And then people will notice that no one's finding another high grade version. Those couple examples that came out will be the only ones that people find, and people will keep, trying to find a better example, trying to find a coin to beat that. It's like there's like a couple coins where there's only a couple MS67 versions, and they're plentiful in MS66, but you try to find that one grade higher, and it's like a total needle in a haystack, and there's like thousands and thousands of collectors trying to find one, but it just doesn't happen. Some years the mint does a lot better job producing coins than others. Sometimes they do a terrible. And then it's funny too, when the mint does a really good job producing coins, like say 2003 P for, Lincoln Memorial cents, or Lincoln Memorials. Like I have like MS69s, I have like 2030 MS68s. I think it's probably really easy to find a MS67 or 68 for 2003 Philadelphia mint. So they did an excellent job at the mint that year, and so they made all these really nice coins. And so it's just fascinating to me, because like some years they do a really good job, and then some years they do a really, really, really terrible. And so it's like the years where they do a terrible one, if you find a nice looking coin for that year, it can be worth money. And then some years you'll find a really nice looking coin, but because they did such a good job, it ends up not being worth money. Okay, I hate to do this, I almost never have to do it, but if you guys can give me 30 seconds, I have something I gotta attend to, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Better than ever. Alright, so we have, I believe we already looked at this one here. Curious to see this replay here to see if I'm totally busted for right now. Oh yeah, totally busted. You guys could see my anchor. I'm sporting the anchor man look here. Sorry about that, guys. Totally forgot that the camera was lower than normal. Don't hate me. It's comfy. Alright, so onwards. What shall we find? Nothing there. Kind of looks like this one was, you know, in a coin roll here. There was like a roller. There's just that like circular. Also, it looks like there's like just something like mineral oil or something on the front of that one. And then you see here on the reverse how dull it is. I guess whatever made the front look all shiny, they didn't get it on the back. So if anyone here just joined the stream, there are 3 giveaways in the description below the video. They use the gleam.io website. It's a giveaway website. And so I just use them for people to register on so that I can have them pick a winner, use their software so that I can't, you know, just be like, yeah, you're the winner, congrats, and like, you know, like hook someone up that I know. So if you guys want to join them as many times as you want, as many times as it'll let you. The only rule is that when I go to send you a PayPal payment, you got to be able to accept PayPal at the email that you guys use. So that's my only rule. And hope you guys, I wish you all luck. I'm hoping to do a live giveaway tomorrow night on the stream. I still need to figure out, I've been going through a couple different options for that. It looks like probably using my phone is the easiest way to do it, because there's a couple apps that you can use. I don't know what you guys think of like the comment pickers. You know, I didn't want to like have people like have to like do anything like on my channel to like, you know, to be able to register, but it seems like, you know, a fair way to do it. But that's half of the contest. I just want to make sure that they're fair. That everybody has basically an equal chance. So I'm hoping to do, maybe we'll like guess some penny dates. Maybe I could like buy like a bingo thing like Stacks has. I don't know if Stacks still does that. But they're really on Stacks and Stuff. He's got like one of those little bingo cages, and he just like, does the wheel. It's entertaining. It brings me back to bingo. It's like bingo, the first, one of the first organized gambling that even church groups supported. Could use a couple more RPMs or lamination. I feel like I like the rolls where we're seeing a bunch of older coins, because I feel like we don't get to see them as much, but I'm missing finding really cool looking lamination errors like every other coin. I feel like some of the rolls that I've been having on here started to set the bar higher and higher and higher. That's kind of interesting. And this one appears to like be cleaned, like I don't know what it is, but it looks so bright looking down, and then look at all the scratches. Look how damaged it is, how smooth it is. Yeah, it's like, it almost reminds me of like a proof coin, not in how shiny it is, but like how much of a contrast there is between the higher devices and the lower devices. And obviously it's not a proof coin. I mean, this looks nothing like one, but just like the way that Lincoln and the higher devices like stick out from the background. Can't remember if we looked at the mint mark here. I believe that is just machine damage. It almost looks like there's some sticky wax or something on the coin too. Well, here we have a Liberty error. Pretty nice size one between the B and the E of Liberty there. That's rare. Normally we only have to go through a few coins on this channel to find a Liberty error. I think that this is the longest, most amount of coins we've gone through without seeing one. But I am happy to see one here tonight. To move it over, you can take a look at this bump here. So it's like, it definitely looks like I'm gonna have like over 1,000 Liberty errors by the time I'm done with this show. Like they've just been adding up. They're all in like various stages. Some are like partial, some are like midway, some are like full. Looks like this one here has maybe a weak strike to it. Looks like the one just barely came out. Kind of a little bit of a spotting issue on it as well. How's everybody doing? Everybody got quiet. It's Friday night. I would think everybody would be as caffeinated as I am. I heard somebody say that there was a Starbucks ad for the commercial on the channel here, and I was like, oh, it's like they're beginning to know me. Could that be? Is that a damage there, or is that possibly a double-dyed eyelid there? I wonder if we look at it upside down, what it'll look like. I feel like we haven't tried looking at the eyes upside down. Will I even be able to find it? It's a nose, I'm pretty sure. Nope. It does change things a little bit there. It's like, I want to say there's like a diagonal scratch here, but then directly under that, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I almost want it to be, but I'm not convinced. Hey, accredited coins, welcome. 99, yes. We will do episode 100 tomorrow night. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you for the super chat, and thanks for the laugh. Yeah, we will do episode 100 tomorrow night. I'm just not quite ready to say 100 episodes, and I wanted to do something fun. And it was just such a busy, crazy day today that I didn't have any time to devote to putting together 100th episode kind of fun that I want to do. And fortunately tomorrow I should. And so that is the plan. But how is your night going, accredited coins? I'm having a fun one on eBay. I'm going to take a break here in a minute, but I have offers on items there, and it won't let me accept it won't let me accept. And so it's kind of an interesting thing where I hit accept and it just goes around in a circle, and then I'm like, maybe I could, counter offer, and when I counter offer it, it just goes to accept, and then that doesn't work. That was accredited coins being awesome and sending a super chat, Pedro. He's been watching the channel for a while, and was just trying to be nice and send me some money. So thank you so much, accredited coins. Yeah, it was a good. Today was like kind of slow for me in the beginning, but here, let me show you. This just shows there's no email here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I think I can show this. So if I go here and I can, review offer, and here maybe we'll actually get it, but then I'll accept, and it goes to accept, and it goes to accept, and accept. And so I'm like, maybe I can counter offer. Let's counter offer. And then it goes to accept, accept, accept. So it's something's broken with eBay on there. And so we can come back here. But that's just kind of, that's basically what is going on there. I don't know if that's ever, I feel like that happened to me once and I just hit refresh on the screen and it like fixed itself. That S is barely there. I'm glad you had an insane day on eBay. I had a little bit more mellow, but I had a full boat otherwise. So I always like the completely crazy days where you can't package stuff up fast enough. I did a bunch more stuff trying to get things set up for international today, because I had things set up for international, but I believe there was something wrong with my setup, and I believe I have smoothed all that out, and I'd be happy to share that if I find out that what I did actually worked. I mean, it may just have everything to do with the pandemic, that nobody is wanting to, send stuff overseas, and nobody has jobs, and I don't know. Here we've got a 1919p. Yeah, Kennedys have been pretty hot. And I feel like I entered into the hotness at the wrong time. Like, um, I don't know. I've been buying a lot of them, and I'll just have to see how that goes. But I feel like I'm buying in high. So and I'm just amazed at like how little there are. Well, that's the thing. I set up with the global shipping, and it's been a month and a half. I used to have it, and um, for whatever reason, I turned it off, and then I turned it back on, and it's been a month and a half, and no sales. And I figure if I have 3,000 coins on my eBay store and they're not available, this is a really nice 1918p. I figured if I had all these coins and they weren't available internationally, and then I all of a sudden put them up internationally, I'd get a bunch of sales. And it's been a month and a half and not one global shipping. Um, and so I set up all the international stuff today, and I feel like everything should be fixed. I'm just gonna, wait and see. But I think that I should start getting a lot of international sales, and I don't know why the international wasn't working. I called up eBay, said like, hey, I used to get international all the time. I turned off global shipping, turned it back on. I'm not sure what's going on here. They said, oh, everything looks perfect. But when I looked at things again today, I'm not so sure they were. Well, welcome back, Pedro. Yeah, everything, and I go to different countries and on eBay, and I can see all my items. It shows me that I can check out, and that there's like a huge global shipping fee. But then, I obviously don't live in those countries or have an account in those countries, so I can't actually finish a purchase. So, I don't know, I'm interesting. Well, that's the thing. Like, I was asking, like, Les Likes Coins was here earlier, and I know that he's in another country, and so I figured, but he said he had a problem with his PayPal account right now, so he went. I'm not asking someone to purchase something just to like, see if they can put it in their cart, and go through the step right before you would purchase something. Just because there seems like there's something wrong, and eBay says there's nothing wrong. But as you guys just saw on like the accepted offer thing there's something wrong there. It's kind of hilarious to me actually, like how often, I have to use multiple different browsers for different things on eBay because I keep getting, like, oops, it's not you, it's us. Oops, we're broken. Oops. I'm like, who makes these? Whoops, I did it again. Like, what kind of errors? Who's writing these error code messages, and why aren't they getting fixed? Um, I don't really know. I don't have an answer. But it is time for roll number 3 here. That I do have an answer for. But I'm really psyched that everything's been working out really good for you, Accredited Coins, because it's nice to see the vision and everything come together. It's really exciting. It's not okay. So you get it. So it's not just me getting. It's not you. It's us. And it's been like a year for some of these messages. Like a customer says like, hey, can you send an invoice? And I go to send an invoice and be like, we can't do that right now. Sorry, it's not you, it's us. And it's like, has anyone at eBay headquarters gotten the memo that like the, website is falling apart and that like half the links don't go anywhere anymore? And that like everything's broken. It's just the secret variety. It is the secret variety. I think Chuck was talking about the rare upside down date variety. The date and mint mark on this coin are upside down. It's very, very rare. Yeah, no, the people who buy top graded stuff, especially, we were talking about that a little bit before. For coins when they first come out, the year they come out, the first 2 years, um, a lot of the newer stuff, the price that it comes out at, that will be the highest the coin probably ever, is in our lifetimes. And then about 2 years after a coin comes out, the price drops. One of the things too is that, the people who are buying the top pop and who have the best collections, they're competing against really, well to do rich people in the world who, they just want something, they just want it now, they want to buy something now. Exactly, their 5 minutes is worth $500. And so it's like you can hang out for an auction and wait for it, but by the time they wait, by the time they like watch that auction end for like, 2 minutes, they could have been making $500 doing what they do. They just want the coin, they just want to complete their set. They just want to have a goal, a dream, and they want to succeed at it. They want to accomplish, finish it, and move on to their next bucket list in life. It's like obviously not everyone is like this. There's different kind of people in the world. But really, for some people, time is worth a lot more than money. I mean, I value time more than I value money. It seems like I've been busy working a lot for that statement to be true lately. It's kind of interesting. Maybe I have to reflect a little bit on that. Um, but it's like I feel like I've been working pretty much every day, almost all day during all my free time. Building this channel, building my eBay store, just working on all these projects and stuff that I'm doing. Um, so it is interesting. But yeah, the people who are able to buy the top pop coins, they definitely, the price isn't, they just want the top pop coin, they want to own it. Then there's people like me who will save up, and save up to get one for the registry, and then I put mine up for sale on eBay, and then one of the other people will just come along and buy it. And then I have to look again for a long time, and some of them take a long time to find. It's like those 1982 MS-67 bronze cents. I missed them. I had a couple of them go through my fingers. I loved them because every time I bought one, within a day, someone would buy and sell it out. Um, yeah, I would say I spend quite a bit of time um, looking for stuff. I would say the first hour of every day is drinking a coffee, looking through all the auctions of the day. Then I would say I usually kind of filter out those for a couple hours. First hour of the day will be drinking coffee and looking at all the auctions that are upcoming and watching the ones that I'm interested in bidding on. And then I will pack up orders while kind of like singling out coins that I'm not going to purchase, so that I can focus on the other ones and, try to do like day to day life stuff. And then it's, I don't really have any control when auctions are going to be up. It seemed like for a week there, everyone seemed to like put something up I really wanted at 5 in the morning. Maybe it was on the East Coast. Um, but I don't know, since I feel like since the pandemic here started, I've been working a lot more because, we're really not supposed to be going out and doing stuff. So, pretty much the time I spent, I just try to like work on stuff, try to keep busy. But yeah, I feel like I spend a lot of time on the auctions. I spend a lot of time, hitting the refresh button and looking at things that are just listed. I used to do like, like search functions where, you can tell eBay, like, show me a coin, this date, this mint, under this price. I don't even feel like they have that saved feature anymore. In the advanced searches, you used to be able to have them send you an email whenever a new coin within your description came up for sale. The problem with that, it didn't send it till like 7 in the morning the next day. And so I'd get these emails like, oh, a new coin has that you want. And then I'd go to look at it and it would be sold already. Yeah, they really can be tedious. Um, I mean, I think it was like, I can't remember the date. I want to say it was like a 1956, like proof 69 quarter. And I'd never seen a proof 69 silver quarter before, probably because I'd never been looking. But it's like, I think I paid like $42 for it, and I think it was like $150. So it's like, things like that, it's like if you watch 100 auctions that are kind of high valued, like one or two, for whatever reason, nobody else is watching, nobody else wants, or everybody else just spent their paycheck and you just happen to be the only one willing to buy that coin at the moment. Um, but it's like, it's definitely interesting. Auctions are interesting. Some days, like, there'll be like 50 coins up you want to win, and at the end of the day, you don't win one of them because somebody else wanted all the coins more and had more money. Like when the pandemic started here, it seemed like one day all the coins were going for 200% value, then they were going for 40% value, and it felt like people couldn't decide what they thought of everything going on in the world. And since then, I feel like everything kind of evened out. Like, I'd say the demand for coins went up. And part of it, I think, was because, this is the best summer I've ever seen selling coins online. I do feel like there was like the whole Great American Coin Hunt last fall that got a bunch of people interested. But also, there hasn't been coin shows, and so people can't go to coin shows. I guess there are some coin shows going on. Some places here in the world, people are like, oh yeah, it's life back to normal. I feel like those people aren't going to live very long, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the way things happen in the universe. Some people listen, don't cross that highway, and some people stop, and some people are like, I can cross the highway. It's just like playing Frogger. Um, I don't know. These ones, I don't know if these are like washing machine pennies here or what's going on. Yeah, the color on the last one looked really cool, but that one definitely looked clean to me. This one I believe is cleaned. We'll take a look at the reverse. It's not the worst cleaning I've ever seen. The other one had some really cool colors on it for sure, though. That blue was really strong. This one unfortunately has all that green. I think that this one was clean too. I don't know, maybe we will hit a nice little tone stack here. It's like, I want to say that one was cleaned, and that whatever that was like pen ink or something on it. But I'm interested, like, I feel like, to me, I feel like the interest in coins has gone out a little bit because I feel like everyone's gotten really excited about silver and gold. Um, and I feel like once the price of silver and gold go up to a level where people really, most people can't afford to buy into that, I feel like people are going to start, to look into like coins and stuff more. And then at the same time, if gold and silver start to drop, I think a lot of people are going to jump out of gold and silver and into something else. So we'll just have to see. I feel like, and gold and silver seems like it was going up, down, and I don't think I got to see where it ended today. I'm interested. I'll look. I know it looks like it's showing down for the day, but I feel like it's up higher than I saw. It's at like 26.5 for silver and 1950 for gold. I estimated up on those a little bit. I rounded up. Um, Here, I'll see if I can accept this offer. Nope. That's super hilarious. And then it's just like showing, showing, showing. I'll try logging in on my phone on the show, see if it's just eBay, but wouldn't that be crazy accredited coins if you're jumping out of gold? I've got like the wheel of death on my screen that I watch chat with. Jumping out of gold. Yeah, that's kind of what I did before as well, back in 2008. I mean, if we go into like full on apocalypse where like it's like own gold or die, I think most of us are going to die anyway. By that point, you might as well invest your money in like a nice automatic assault rifle, and then you know, or just hide out, just hide out and wait for everybody else to have an apocalypse, and then when it's a little safer to come out when 99% of the population has already done all the work for you. Then come out and collect all the gold and silver you want. But I don't know. It's like if yeah, let's not talk about apocalypse. It might be. I mean, it'll definitely be interesting. I mean, here, instead of like, I'm just curious. I mean, it looked like a good account. Wow, I didn't realize how many times you have to click on things. Accept. One offer accepted. Awesome. Go eBay. Alright, so the eBay app works. And that's actually something I was thinking about today, is that, yes, it did work on the phone. I feel like eBay is not rebuilding its website. I feel like they are, they're trying to make everything, so that people can purchase stuff on their phone. And I feel like eBay doesn't value desktop users anymore. Like, they consider us all like, like the way that people think of AOL or like something like that. They consider all of us on desktop computers to be relics. And so I feel like they want all the purchases, everything to be done on phones, but buying coins on, maybe if I had like a larger screen and I could like really see a coin, but I don't want to buy a coin on a phone. I want to be able to see it all blown up big. Yes, they all have a mobile first agenda. That's exactly what I agree with. And so it's just really interesting to me. It's like, I feel like it used to be a trend for, PC computers to become, faster and, better. And, they kept, making things faster and faster. I don't see that anymore. I feel like instead of that, they're making phones better and better and better. It's almost like they're wanting everyone to get used to like phones, so that then they can go back, to computers again and be like, look how good this Apple IIe is. Oh, we're going to give you a 386DX now. Oh, look, we made something called an iMac, and it's like they're going to like reintroduce everything. Or maybe they don't want people to have a computer because it has, like, I remember when the first, what was it? Was it the iMacs? I feel like when iMacs first came out, you couldn't take them out of the country because the computer had a fast enough processor that it could essentially run a computer or run a country. And so it's like almost like they're trying to dumb down all of our stuff. Yeah, it's amazing how we can play games on our phone if we wanted to, or we can watch a video on our phones. It's also amazing that other countries were doing video chat like 10, 15 years ago, and it took us like Up until like a couple like years ago, like it was like totally weird, unheard of, but like other countries were doing video chats forever. It's just, what's going on with the technology here? I mean, I guess like a desktop computer you can't take with you everywhere. Like I feel like companies are really into being able to monitor us, have a microphone near us, be able to turn our cameras on whenever they want. You can't do that with a desktop. They can only collect information from you, when you're home sitting in front of it. And so then they had to like create all these ways to like get you to come sit down and interact with it. But now with our phones, we take our phones everywhere, so they're able to collect information on us like all day, and they're happy about it. Nice. Hey, Tomahawk Hunts Coins, welcome to the channel. Good to see you again. I really don't have a label machine. I just have, probably the cheapest. Can't even remember what kind. I think it's like a Canon or something. It's just like a $50 printer. Yeah, that's all I use. I probably have the lowest tech printer. This one's got some kind of cool colors on it. It must be cleaned because it just appears really dull underneath the light here. But yeah, it definitely is interesting. Like, I don't feel like computers, the processors, I don't feel like things are getting faster and better. However, I do feel like all that time and energy is being put towards making phones, better and better and better. And then it seems like all the companies are kind of stepping back from internet sales and wants everything to be phone mobile sales. It's just somebody's like, no, this is the future. No, this is the future. Like, don't spend time, don't spend resources like fixing your websites. Like that's the internet. That's like, that's not technology that we want to invest in. How is your night going, Tomahawk Hunts Coins? Welcome again to the channel. This one kind of has some nice purple on it. But I guess we kind of have, like, I'm trying to remember which companies it is, but like right before the pandemic started, I want to say it was like, was it Tesla? Which company like launched all of those satellites up into space to essentially like give Wi-Fi across the planet? I don't know, like the blue and purple on this one is really pretty. I feel like it's probably been cleaned. I think it's gorgeous looking though. Seems like a bunch of these ones are kind of like really bright and shiny. Good to hear. SpaceX with Elon Musk. Yes, okay, that's what it. I was like thinking Tesla, and I'm thinking Elon Musk, but not Tesla. Like when I said Tesla, it just sounded wrong. But I'm like Elon Musk, like yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's just it's interesting. Like, there's not going to be a place to hide from satellites here soon. Like they're going to be. That, like we're going to be connected everywhere we go. Who are we going to sell coins to, Pedro? I'd say take your coins, put them on eBay. I think eBay gives like 200 free listings to anyone. Put them up for a price that, is what you want to sell them for. And put them in a box in your closet, and then if you get an offer, accept the offer. If someone buys it, ship it out. I mean, that's how I do it. But you can't sell it if you don't put it up. If it's just sitting there waiting to be sold and you don't post it, you can't sell it. I mean, like, I feel like I've said it before, but like, it's like if I could see like I don't know, like pandemics not exactly scaring me. It's like you just kind of stay home. What scares me is if like drone technology with this Wi-Fi that's now global, if that was essentially, if basically they just armed all these drones and instead of like the Amazon distribution centers, like, delivering stuff, they just swarmed houses. It's like basically they could just basically go out, they could take over the world. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 20 years if anybody is just a total evil Doctor Evil kind of person or what. Hopefully not. I kind of like living. I'm kind of attached to it. I'm hoping. I don't know. It's interesting. Like life right now, it's like I feel some people are just living their normal life, but it's like I never really expected this. It seemed like life kind of went on and on and on, and it started to seem very, very predictable. And half of life seems totally unpredictable now. In some ways, it's kind of an interesting, refreshing wake up call to not really take anything for granted and, expect the unexpected to happen. Yeah, this roll here feels different than all the other ones in the aspect that I feel like there's lots of really bright ones and there's lots of ones that seem kind of cleaned. I feel like we had a roll kind of like this last night. Let me move this roll over so it's not in the ones we've already gone through. Wouldn't that be fun, going through the same roll the next night? I'm pretty sure I would notice. I'd be like, wait a second, I've seen this coin before. We've been here. Yeah, but I hope eBay spends some time like and fix their website because it's getting pretty broken. I mean, it almost makes me wonder why. Some pretty toning on this coin. It almost makes me wonder why I sell on eBay when like half of the links that I click on are broken or don't go anywhere. Some like kind of crud right there. That's too bad, but it was pretty. It makes me think that, like, I've talked to a bunch of people lately and they're like, actually I've never really bought on eBay. I don't really like it. And for me it's like, how could you never go on eBay? Like, it's just nothing that they really want is on eBay. And I mean, if you go to try to buy a camera or something on eBay, it's like crazy. Like, you get bombarded with like 10 million different kinds of cameras. Like, there's some things that are, that eBay is good for. Like, I feel like unique items are hard to find. Really, really good there. But like, if it's a consumer electronic, it's like you have to spend a day not only trying to find what you want, but then at the best price. It's like you have to spend a day of your life researching. While other websites, they kind of only sell the best of the best stuff, so you don't have to spend the day trying to figure out what you want. You can just, buy the best thing. Right? Yeah, I feel like it looks totally unprofessional too when they do that. Like, and so like on my, videos here, like I'll have links to all the listings, and I was noticing that like they would just go to dead places. It would just go to like oops, and I felt like that made my links, that made my web pages look even more unprofessional. The fact that like the link would go to like somewhere that was like, looked unprofessional, and was not, wasn't a happy thing. So it's like I started having to like go back and update all the links when an item sells so that people aren't just visiting dead links off of my website. Like, at least it brings them to my store instead of just bringing them to dead. It's like nobody likes to like hit a dead end on the internet. And it seems like something that would be so easy, like, you know, on eBay, like, instead of it going nowhere like that, why not just, you know, put them on a page like, you know, like, hey, you were looking for this item, that item no longer exists. But how about this one? So this one looks like it's a partial collar strike, I believe. It's you can see like the rim. Instead of there being a rim, it basically is flattened off here and kind of like sinks down. I was trying to show you guys. For some reason, maybe I just have to get rid of this here. Maybe I need to focus it a little bit less. I don't know, in some ways it kind of looks like a washing machine penny or a dryer penny, but I really don't think it is. I think because on this side it really drops off. Kind of cool. I like those ones a lot. But it's, I know it's like when we're talking about eBay, it's like if you're, you know, into coins and you go into the coin categories and you're trying to like list your coins or like search, it's like a lot of the terms that they like, you know, either suggest or require that you add, they don't correlate with what people are buying and selling. It's just like somebody like programmed, you know, the, you know, listing pages for coins that knew nothing about coins. Or it's like, you know, it'll ask you to do, you know, pick one, but none of them are the correct answer. And so like you can, you know, put a description down that it will be the wrong description, and then a customer can say not as described. But they'll have like suggestions or options that could never be right. It seems like somebody who knows about the coins and about, you know, like the hobby should be included in a meeting with the web design for that category. And I'm guessing it's probably not just coins, it's like all over the place. Yes, that's an excellent example of credited coins. SP grade. You have the option of putting them in as proof or mint state. And there's eBayers who get upset, like, you know, I have to basically pick one because most people use mint state or proof to search for things. A lot of people do. And so if I don't put it in as a mint state or I don't put it in as a proof, no one's going to find my coin. And they can't search for, you know, SP special strike coins. And they can't search for satin finish coins. It's just, it's like eBay doesn't even know about it. It's just really weird. Kind of like this coin here. What are those bumps down at the bottom there too? It's like almost like a little die chip there. Let's take a look at the front again. I mean, it's like all these like bumps, it almost looks like something pushed out on the other side, but nothing did. The other side looks better than this side. Yep. And then for, you know, like modern shield sense and, you know, basically like copper covered zinc, it's like, do you write in copper covered zinc? Do you write in copper? I mean, do you choose copper or do you do copper covered zinc? That's a lot to write. And then it's like, you know, in some ways it is the better thing to do. But it's like, why, like for 2009, if you choose 2009, no. Yeah, I think for 2009, only 2009, it gives you the choice to do copper covered zinc, but none of the other dates. And it's like, why did you guys make that possible for 2009, but you can't make it possible for like 1982 to present? I used to do stuff like that, accredited coins, and they don't ever they don't ever update it. Um, it's like, I'd love to talk to customer service and be like, hey, you're making me enter in the wrong things here just to be able to be findable on your website. Like, because I mean, it's like sometimes I found too, it's like, if you list your listing as something, if you put any inaccurate information in there, somebody can say like, item not as described, because you like hit the wrong box. Yeah, I'd love to think that they would fix things. At the same time, after using eBay for so long, um, it's like, I feel like they like kind of like get tunnel vision, and they're working on some project for whatever purpose in the future, and they just never go back and fix any of the stuff. They're always, looking forward, at the horizon, at the new changes coming up, and they never go back and fix things. So I don't know what's happened this one. Maybe like a vice clamp or a pair of pliers or something. But to me, it's just interesting because it feels like, they keep having like different CEOs, like keep having like different executives. Um, where is this one clamped? Is it in the same place? No, it's like different. Clamped. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this one, but it's definitely on both sides. It doesn't look natural to me. I'd really like to think that they would. I don't know. I'd like to see someone at eBay just come in and fix everything up, clean everything up. Because like what my impression is that a long time ago, somebody wrote a program, and that program is still running, and it's just slowly falling apart. And the people that wrote that program don't exist anymore. They went on to like work on other websites, and that we've had customer service, but that customer service all got outsourced. All the IT got outsourced. And when I say outsourced, other countries, people in other countries were willing to work for less. And so I don't think that there's anyone in the US who even knows how to like fix eBay, or who knows any of the programming. Like, basically it's like, I don't think that like the people at eBay know how to fix eBay. I think that they have been relying on work from foreign countries, and they've become so distanced from like their actual website that other people in other countries are the ones that actually know what's going on. I have no idea what this is. I mean, did everything get like scraped? But yeah, I don't know what's going on. I have liked that. Let's say something nice about eBay. I like the new performance tab. I like the fact that when you go to your selling, when you go to like the how much you've sold, how it like in the last couple months it started adding what all the different costs were. It'll show you, like what your sales are for the last 30 days or whatnot, but then it'll also show you how much shipping, how much promoted listing fees, like how it breaks down all your fees into one place. It shows you your PayPal, your shipping, your taxes, everything in one place, which the whole time I've been on eBay, all that stuff has just been messed up. have no idea what this is. You know, it's not the E. The only thing I can think of is that like all that other area there, someone's just scraped it out. Maybe I need to, and like built it up. Because why is it so much lighter around there? Maybe. It's almost like they scraped it up and then melted it down. I mean, I kind of like the promoted listing idea. I hated it when it came out because when promoted listings came out, like my sales went, you know, like a long time ago when it first came out, my sales went from like maybe like $3,000 a month down to about 300. And so I really did not like promoted listings in the aspect that if you didn't pay to have your listings promoted and someone else did, no one saw your listings. And so really when promoted listings came out, it just basically meant if you want to sell on eBay, you have to pay us twice as much as the fees that we advertise to everybody. And that's kind of messed up to me. I feel like if you sell on eBay, everyone should have the same fee. And you know, if you're listing something on eBay, you should be listing something and getting visibility. You shouldn't have to list things and then pay them. Oh yeah, no, that was just to list it, but no one sees it. We hide it on purpose so that we can charge double for you to actually have it seen. So, okay, yes, it's listed now, but now you got to pay us the same amount again just to get seen. That just kind of felt shady to me. Here we've got a lamination error going through the top of Lincoln's head. I feel like we haven't seen one of these in a little while, so it's kind of nice. But I guess we do know what, we all know what eBay was so hard working at. And, so I guess at least we know what eBay was up to and why they weren't fixing all this stuff with the website. I mean, it totally, it makes me feel better that like all the like eBay executives were like cyber stalking, people and sending them pig masks in the mail, because I need to get a link to that, so whenever I talk about it I can just put it up. But I need to write lamb on that coin too. But it's I don't know, it's just interesting like how companies are run by people that are just totally crazy, and not in the good happy kind of crazy way. What do we have going on with this one? It almost looks like a lamination error up here, but here is kind of, it looks like damage in a way here. We will zoom in and find out who thinks it's damage. I don't know, it's interesting because, the rim itself on the edge is like untouched. It's not pushed out. If this was, if whatever was right here kind of damaged the coin, I would think that it would push out the coin. Up here, it kind of looks like a lamination error. It's kind of cracked. Let's move it over. It also looks dirty. Let's get some focus here. Yeah, you can see like a little cracking right there and over here. Yeah, I think that this one is a lamination error. It's just interesting how it's almost like a lamination error and a planchet flaw. Maybe there was a big chunk of like a lamination peel that just fell off the coin, and that's why we're not seeing anything there. There was definitely some lamination error on that one. So it looks like maybe we like ran into like a little pocket of errors, because I think that was 2 in a row. Also seemed to be in like 1920s land again. This one looks pretty worn and damaged here. Got a stapler instead of a coin tube. Okay, Pedro, we'll be going a little bit longer here. I don't think I'm going as late as I normally do. I think this is probably going to be the last roll, but go get some beer. If we're here, we're here. Yeah, I can't think of any reason not to get some beer. You're welcome to leave it running here. I'll say goodnight before I go, if we go before you get back. But since I think, didn't you already go out to get a beer earlier? You'll probably be back before we're done. It's Friday night. Woohoo! This one here felt pretty thin. This one, it's definitely an older one though. I was gonna say it looks pretty good, but there is, a nice fresh scratch. You can tell because it's still kind of coppery. Yet it probably happened like 15-20 years ago, because these have been in rolls. I guess the rolls maybe do protect them, because I would have thought that would have gotten kind of more toned within 15 to 20 years. This one's pretty smooth. Looks like it has some sort of kind of lacquer on it. This one is pretty toasted as well. Looks like it has been cleaned. Maybe like a little lamination error here. And maybe it's just a stain. Maybe it's just a stain. They can't all be what we're looking for. So yeah, I need to figure out tomorrow. I definitely wanted to, do a stream tonight, but for the 100th episode, I wanted to do something fun, and so tomorrow I will, post something as early as I can, because obviously it's going to be Saturday night for our normal stream. But I'm going to try to figure out something fun for tomorrow. I just don't know what to do yet. There's a lot of options, and I guess I'm just going to have to pick one. It's I think I've had to make so many, I'm at decision burnout at this point today. Had to make too many decisions today, and I will get some sleep, and I will make an intelligent decision tomorrow, hopefully. I'll try to do it as one of my first ones of the day, so that it'll be a good one. Well, some of these coins are just really, really, really smooth and shiny and cleaned looking. Sometimes, I guess this was, some of these coins, I just, really thought that they were really nice examples of coins. Some nice toning on this, despite being so clean and worn. Yeah, sleep is definitely good. I mean, I like to think I can just drink coffee all day long, but boy. Did you see that there was another, maybe it's a repost, but did you see the 1936 proof that was listed today, Andrew? So somebody was on another channel earlier, and they were going to PCGS and clicking on coins they saved as tabs, so he could switch between the tabs to see what error he had. Cool. That's not a bad idea. And I was able to buy a couple PCGS graded different varieties this week too. So it'll be cool to be able to make videos. That was one of the things I was wanting to do on this channel, was buy each variety so that I could make a video of the coins so that like people could see them all up close. Because I feel like sometimes when you're looking at a coin, it's nice to be able to see things from a different angle. And so I'm going to get as many varieties here in the future. It's like I pretty much have videos of every date and every mint now, and you know, in a lot of different grades. But I would like to get, you know, all the varieties so that then I can not only have a variety here in hand to compare them to, and I know there's a lot of varieties, so it would take a long time, but you know, it's kind of like copper coins. Like Chuck didn't build copper coins in a day. You know, it took them decades pretty much. Just like a little side project. Yeah, I think that's it. 679 sounds good. Um, it definitely made me. I saw that 1936 and I was like, ah, maybe I'll buy it. Um, it's like anybody out there is looking for something to invest in. I don't know. I don't want to tell people the wrong thing, but the 1936 proofs, they seem like a pretty good idea. Um, there's just not many of them. They don't seem to be coming up very often, and they seem to be selling for more and more and more. So it looks like we're at about 6 or 7 coin warning here tonight. I did these were all the rolls that I got out tonight. So I will give you guys the heads up on that. Has a weird Sharpie spot. Yeah, I noticed the same thing accredited coins. The little dot, the little Sharpie spot. I see things like that on coins. I see things like that. And I'm like, this is a message that someone, you know, it's like, is it like, you know, a black spot of death? Has somebody put it on there saying, you've bought this coin, you've searched this coin, this is not the coin you're looking for? Yeah, I've bought and sold a lot of coins with like a spot on them like that, just like a little black Sharpie. I've always wondered what it means. Maybe the owner of, I mean, it could be something as simple as the owner puts a little black Sharpie on every single one of his coins. So if he's at a show, you know, he can tell if someone switched one out or something like that. You know, if somebody did like you know, just like picked up a slab with one hand and dropped another one down. I don't know. I see on like the mint cellos, I see people cut a corner off of them and it'll be the same corner. Nice. I want to learn more about Kennedy half dollars, Blue Sandy. Yeah, I'm sure I have dozens right now with the little black spots, and I don't, you know, it's like I don't feel like there is something. Maybe it means that somebody like has looked at it, searched for a specific variety. I feel like, you know, if you were into like searching varieties, but I don't know what the black spot is either, but I see things like that and it makes me wonder. It makes me really curious. But yeah, it could be something as simple as what you were saying, like they tried to send it in to get certified by CAC, and CAC said no, and it's like a message between dealers. See, it looks like there is a die chip on the ear over here. Pretty worn. The coin looks really, really worn. So I'll flip that one up there. It's like I feel like there are some people that get to look at Oh, that almost looks like an RPM. Maybe it's just damage there, but it'd be interesting to look. It's like, did I see an RPM from that far away? 5060. Let's try it. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Yay! That's a really nice one. That's like counterclockwise, I believe. Because this one looks pretty straight up here. That looks really pretty. That's the kind of RPMs that I like to find, are ones that like you can not even be zoomed in with the microscope and you can see it like right off the bat. So that's pretty happy. And so I mean I feel like the the date here is a little bit smashed up. You know, there's a little bit of damage on the coin, but I will take it. It's very, very pretty. See if we can have any more luck. We're almost done with this roll. See, and you know it's good when you can see it right through the flip here. You know, it's like sometimes I put it in a flip and it's like, was this an RPM? Like I feel like that one I will not have, you know, maybe we can go and try to look it up here. Oh, I went off copper coins. So let's go back. Oh, I gotta go back through all the pages. Dun dun dun. 56. Denver. Maybe you're already doing this. Oh, 68 items. Where was there? Let's try repunch mint mark. No. Mint mark variety. 48. Nope, burrs, nope, burrs, nope, burrs. Oh, kind of looks like a 006. But then I guess it's all about the placement and stuff too. Yeah, it looks like 56 has quite. I'm sorry. I hope in the future. I'm going to need to talk to Chuck. Blue Sandy, do you know if Chuck minds if other people, you know, show his website? I feel like it's his intellectual property, and I'm not trying to rain on his parade. It just seems like a great advertisement to him. I'll need to check I'll need to ask him. He's cool. I can ask him a question. He'll answer it. And if he doesn't want me to, then boom, I won't. But I keep meaning to do it. It's like you guys can see how busy my life is. Is like I keep wanting to do this and that, and then I never get around to it. And it's not because I'm lazy. It's just that there's only so much time in a day, and that is the truth. And it's amazing too because there's like, you know, a pandemic. We all have so much more free time than we normally do. And I've filled that time up so fast. Alright, so this one here, maybe like a metal detecting find. I know it seems like it's, you know, it's red. But it seems kinda eaten away. I'm guessing this one came from a metal detecting find and maybe got like cleaned up. Here I will zoom through the last couple pages here. I mean, because that one is definitely, ooh, there's a cool one, a 032 that has like, whoop, that has like 3, did I do it? Okay, I almost dumped out all the coins looking at, oh, there's a couple like DDDs. DDD. Wow, there's lots of DDDs. I want to find some DDDs. They're fun to say and fun to look at. Alright, so I think on the first page that was, it's not the, oh wow, yeah, why can't I have found the 001? That thing is awesome looking. Dun, 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 dun. I think it was maybe the 006. There's definitely separation lines. I feel like there was the 006 and there was one other one maybe on the second page. Let me bring that one up again. Maybe in another night in the future I will try the PCGS Blue Sandy. I've never yeah, it looks like we may have rolling blackouts here in California starting ASAP. Looks like the news is not looking happy. So FYI, everyone in California, do all the things you need to do online with electricity because you may not have it when you wake up in the morning. So maybe that's what's going on with eBay. Maybe eBay has no power and is running on like a backup generator here right now. But I will check out PCGS and learn how to use the different repunchment marks, Sandy. Because honestly, I haven't, I've looked up different coins, values, populations, stuff like that. So this is that repunchment mark anyway, so you guys can see kind of the condition of the coin. I'd say it's probably like AU at best. There's a little bit of damage to the 5. I feel like we could focus here a little bit better. I haven't gone and specifically looked for mint marks on there yet. So no, I haven't. Or I'm sorry, for repunchment marks or different errors. So I will, if you're saying that it's up there, it's 1956D. It sounds like a really great place, and I feel like I could probably, show it here on the stream, especially if if someone, was it JW's that you were saying had it up there? If he's going up there on PCGS, I feel like I've shown PCGS as well. What's going on with the ear? Is it just a normal ear? Okay, there's just a little bit of wear on it. Kind of looked like he had like one of like Martha Washington's like pearl earrings or something. But yeah, so this one is the 56D. I feel like we had one other one here. Let me turn the light back on. Which I believe was an RPM. It was a 1953S. I'll have to go look this one up as well. But a little bit different, like, just looked like a notch up at the top. And I feel like I saw a couple of them like this, but I feel like neither of them quite matched. So I thought that one was kind of cool. I'm not 100% sure about this one, but I am pretty sure. I mean, it definitely looks notched at the top. I believe it's notched at the bottom as well. Just there's kind of some darker area right next to the notch, which makes it hard to see. And then we found this one here, which I think is a double dyed eye. Let's see what it looks like now. I mean, it could just be like a little dye chip. Like there's just like a chunk of copper, right underneath it, and it kind of looks like, it's rounded, and then it kind of teardrop shaped, which is kind of similar to the eye there. But yeah, after I go here, I'll go and I'll at least see if I can navigate. I just don't want to, have like a long learning curve here on the stream tonight of me fumbling around the PCGS website. And I'm also going to try to get some sleep so that I can do some nice long streams for you guys tomorrow. Let me see if I can focus this again. There we are. But yeah, tomorrow we won't have a 99.99 episode. We will have episode 100 of the Coin Vault has opened. And I'm going to try to think of some things to make it fun. But thank you everyone for being here tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, Blue Sandy. Congrats on all of the scavenger hunts wins again. You've really done an awesome job finding 3 of them. Thank you, Accredited Coins, for being here tonight, and thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Tomahawk Hunts Coins, for being here tonight. Thank you, Logan's Coins, for being here tonight. Thank you, Pedro Cortez, for being here tonight. It was good to talk with you for a bit. I believe you are out getting beer still, so enjoy your beer. We'll be back tomorrow. Perhaps you can drink some more while watching tomorrow. Thanks for being here, Cherazada Zapata. I'm sorry I don't understand everything you say, but I do appreciate you being here, and I'll work on more, and maybe I can figure out a way to translate some stuff, because it would be awesome to be able to communicate with you a little bit better. And lots of love to everyone, and I believe you were saying you were from Latin America, from Chile, but lots of love to you guys all there. Lots of love to everyone. Thanks for being here tonight, Numismatic Sam, and thank you for being here, Raymond Stevens. And thanks, good to see you again, Les Likes Coins. Hope to see you again. Have a good day at work today. Pedro, get you a beer. Exactly. I think that was everybody. But thanks, guys. I have a lot of fun. Tomorrow I will try to pull the best stream that I can do tomorrow, and we'll try to have some fun tomorrow. I may start streaming a little bit early as well, so just be prepared for that. I know my normal stream is at 9, but also every time I try to do an early one, it seems like I end up pushing it back anyway. But yeah, good night, Blue Sandy. Good night, Accredited Coins. Good night, Pedro, when you get back. Good night, Tomahawk Hunts Coins. Good night, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the future. Maybe I should have said good night to all the stalkers.